In today's project, we're going to be making these lovely botanical herbal cards, journaling cards. And this is a perfect project if you like to mass make and make a whole bunch up ahead of time. It goes very easily and quickly. And I have, for you to even make it faster, I have a free digital in my coffee shop, and I'll put the link down below. And it is dill, basil, thyme, and rosemary. And I put the name of the herb next to the image so that you won't get too confused as to which is which. And once you start doing this, you'll know automatically what they are. So you can download that for free. And what you'll need some kind of a backing to this. Now for a backing, I chose craft paper here, cardstock like paper. But you can also use like a scrapbook paper that has a very neutral background, even a design that just registers as neutral so that it doesn't compete too much with your image. So you'll need something of that sort. And you'll need, of course, your glue stick and your paper trimmer. And then there's going to be some suggestions about these little pieces of ephemera. So let's get started with the instructions. The first thing you'll want to do is to cut your background, and I cut my pieces 3.5 by 5.5, and this gave me a border that looks like this. So that's the measurement I used for this. I got 4 out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, so I got 4 from that. Cut out as many as you think you're going to be making, and then of course we're going to cut out our digital. After you've cut out the digital, decide whether or not you like that torn look down below. I happen to really like that look, but you may not. So this is sort of the torn look, and this is the straighter look here. So decide which one you would like, and then you could ink around them. So tear them before you ink. These I cut out by hand because I felt it was easier, and I did ink around these here as well. I think it makes them stand out just a little bit better. So once you've done that much, now we're going to make some choices on some of the texture background we have for the words. And I have some suggestions here. One is to use cheesecloth, and this is inexpensive. You can pick it up at the Dollar Tree. I've just lightly sprayed it with some coffee water, and it, just to make it less white. So that is a real easy one to do. Or even like paper from a book, your book page paper, or any kind of paper you like that has a bit of a neutral background. Another one, of course, is burlap. You can get burlap as a ribbon, or as a fabric that you buy by the yard or whatever. But the burlap is fun as well. And then another one that I like to use in my ephemera is this. It is called twill tape, and I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's not very expensive, but I got this twill tape to kind of give a background for the words as well. So just something that is a texture that will highlight and go behind the word nicely. So you can choose your favorite, or if you want to just make a variety of them, it doesn't really matter. And so once you've made all those decisions, then we're just simply going to take our little printout here, very cute. I'm going to add some glue, a glue stick to the back, and place it here in the middle like. And this is my dill. And then I'm just going to take little bits and pieces of whatever these are that I have chosen. Just cut out something that's just a little bit larger than your word. And for this, you'll probably want to use some kind of a liquid glue. And get this one started. I'm using Eileen's Quick Dry. And it kind of depends on what your textile is. Something that's got highly texturized would require a sort of a white wet glue rather than a glue stick. That just might not be enough for it. So we're just going to back that up and put down our glue again and just stick it somewhere that we kind of like the look of it. There we go. And that's done. And it goes very quickly. We're just going to glue down this piece. And for this one, I do not have a torn bottom. And this is my thyme. Make sure I got my right label. And after you've done a few of these, you'll get to know what your herbs are. For this, I'm going to show you how I like to use the twine or the twill tape. I'm going to cut a piece that is not quite a 1/2 inch longer on each side, but close to it, something like that. And then I'm going to fold it in half, like that. The little piece is folded in half. I'm going to go from this corner, and I'm just going to make a snip so that it's a bit of a flag type of look there. So it's folded in half, just a little snip. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then also the twill will also accept the distress ink quite readily, and you can just, you know, kind of change the color up a little bit like that. You don't need to coffee dye it, although you certainly could do that. And we're just going to put this down in the middle, kind of get it in between the two triangles there. And then we have our cute little tag, or don't know what we would call this, little piece of embellishment. That's what we should call it. And I'm just going to put this one down in the middle, like that. So now we have this cute little one finished. The other, and you can see that this goes pretty fast. Once you have everything cut out and inked up, the assembly is pretty straightforward. So here we have the rosemary, and I'm going to put on the burlap, and I'm going to do a piece that is just a little bit bigger than my word, and I'll just take out some of the stitches here. There. Kind of pick it down a little tiny bit and glue that there. And then we have a third kind of a backing. I might even trim it down a little bit. And now we'll just glue that up. And we'll just stick it on like so. So then we have this tag. So you can see how a texturized backing of the word makes it more interesting to look at. And we have a last one here, and for this one, whoops, I am going to just use some paper, some book page paper. And for this, I could just use a glue stick because we're just working with paper. So that makes it a little easier. And I'll just stick that down in there. And there's this. So here are the 4 examples of what you can put behind the words just to make it a little bit more interesting to look at. Of course, you can just leave the cards the way they are. I think they're just wonderful. I don't think they need anything more added to them necessarily. But you can do some more things with them. You can make tags out of them, just putting in a little eyelet. there at the top and cutting the corners down. Here I've added a little bit of lace at the bottom. Put a little twine up there on the top. And here I've done a little bit of stitching right across the top. So, you know, these can be added to if you want to, as you pull them out to use them in your journal, and you want to maybe let it match your journal a little bit more than it does. You can add little elements like that to have it be a little better fit for you. But I think these are really great to mass make and to have them available to you. I think I'm going to come up with a couple more mask making ideas in the next few weeks, and I'm going to start doing this because I do get tired of recreating the wheel every time you make a journal. So anyways, have a great and crafty day, and we will talk to you later. Bye!